So, before we start organizing, I just wanted to show you guys an overview of all of my pens, how I store them, where I keep them, etc., etc. So, there's a lot. Over here, I have some canvases that I'm going to paint. I have a hat, I have a bag, I have another bag, I have a shadow box, I have lanyards, I have more lanyards, and then these are all of my pins. This is not just Disney pins. These are every single pin that I own minus like 5. So I'm going to start by redoing my shadow box and showing you guys what I have in here. So to start, we're going to go over what I'm putting in my shadow box. Previously, I had all of my Haunted Mansion pins and all of my like Disney ride specific pins, like Pirates, Cali River Rapids, Tower of Terror, all of that. So instead, I have started getting a lot of the, I don't remember what they're called, but they're the little snacks. Like for a while they had these as plush, but now they only have them as pins, I believe. So I have a bunch of them, and we're just gonna go through them as I put them on the box. And if you want to know where I got my shadow box, it has an insert so you can make the canvas lay flat against the glass, or you can have it actually be like a typical shadow box. I got this at Michael's, and you can hang it lengthwise or widthwise. It's just up to you. So I'm just gonna kind of crop it maybe in a way that you guys can see. And with this, I usually start in the middle. So I think the first thing I kind of need to do is sort how I want these, because I do want like with like. So if I have like Chip and Dale, I want them to be together. If I have a Bambi one, I want them to be together, because some of these do kind of, they match each other a little bit. So I want to keep the ones that kind of match be together. So I'm just gonna sort these while I talk to you guys about my pin collecting. So I started pin collecting the very first time I went to Disney, which is when I was 6. My parents really encouraged me to like pick a souvenir that would last me a long time. Of course, there were like t-shirts and like ears and all different kinds of things to pick. But I knew I would not be allowed to get like a bubble wand or something that could easily break or was hard to pack. So I kind of decided that I wanted to do pins, or maybe it was like decided for me and I just have like a warped memory of it. But I decided on pins because they would last me forever, and they, like, I would never grow out of them. So yeah, and I remember most of which pins went on which trip. But most of these are from my last 2 trips. I know these are from the last 2. So I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start in the middle with Scrooge McDuck as a cream puff, because I really searched high and low for this guy, and I think he deserves a middle spot. So that's the first one. I keep all my pin backs in a bag just in case I ever need extras, because obviously this board I can't use the backs on. So then I'm gonna go in with the Daisy Duck Brownie Sundae. I think that'll be a good addition there. And then there is a Huey, Dewey, and Louie. This is like gelato scoops. I think it's what they're supposed to be. I also have this juice, and I don't remember who this was supposed to be, but I think it's someone from DuckTales. So we're gonna keep DuckTales all together. And with that as well, I'm gonna go in with the Gargoyle kind of pastry tart because that was all part of the like Saturday morning cartoon pack. So there's how that looks so far. With Baymax, because I don't have any that go with Baymax, so you can kind of round out this circle, as well as Pain, or is this Panic? I don't remember who's who. The only other thing I have to be mindful on this is I do have to keep everything inside of where this piece goes. I feel like it's gonna make a really loud noise if I take it out, because that's gonna cut off the sides a bit, so that's why I work from the middle. I'm gonna do my Oogie Boogie cupcake. I try and get these all as straight as possible. That's why there's so many holes in this. But yeah, so pin collecting has kind of been the constant in like my Disney trips. This blue is like a Bananas Foster. So I've just really stuck with it, and now obviously so many people pin trade, and I love going and trading with people. It is getting harder to find people that like want to trade with you. I don't really know what that's about, but I love trading. If I have like a whole trader lanyard that I'll show you guys. I have a meal as a little cream puff here. But yeah, I love trading. It used to be much bigger like pre-COVID, so maybe that's part of it too. So I have Bambi as like a little, oh, this is more like a vegetable than a dessert like the others. And then there is Flower as a little Swiss roll. Here is Stitch's Blueberry Toast. This is Angel as a little like fruit smoothie or an acai bowl maybe. There's a lot of Chip 'n Dale in this collection. So here's one as a cookie. Here is one as kind of like a, to me looks like some sort of like pizza bagel. I don't think that's what they're going for, but maybe it is. There's this little like fruit situation. And then also kind of like a Reese cup sort of bonbon truffle. We'll add Mickey and Minnie along the top. I am really happy I got both peppermint ones because these are super cute. And here's the other one. So I'm gonna put them kind of opposite each other. So then there's a little piece of pizza with Minnie on it, and then a chocolate cake Mickey. So they're just gonna go on the top here. And then I'm gonna finish everything out with these Pooh and Piglet ones I have. So there is Piglet as a chocolate covered strawberry, which I think I'm gonna put over here. And then Pooh Bear as a cinnamon roll. Lastly, Piglet as another strawberry covered with yogurt, maybe? I don't know, but we're gonna put them there. Just to spread those out. So this is how the board looks currently. I think I have some space to work with, so I'm going to grab some other food-based pins that I have to fill up the space a little bit. Okay, so I have this donut mini that I think I'm going to put my donuts on the bottom because I only have 2 of these. The other one is Peter Pan, so we're going to put them on the bottom. I'm kind of happy that this isn't taking up the whole board because this means I can add if I get more. I have a Candy Apple Goofy, stick on the bottom. I have a Strawberry Mickey, stick over here on the side. And then I have a Mickey cupcake, a mini cupcake, and a Goofy cupcake. If I had a Donald cupcake, it would be in really good shape, but I don't have a Donald cupcake. These ones mostly come, I think this whole board actually are all from mystery packs, so I didn't really get to pick what I got. But mystery packs are always nice because it's a good way to get traders for ones that you do want. So that finishes out this snack board, and then I have room up top, I have some room on the bottom, but I think I actually centered that pretty nicely. Here's the finished product, so I will hang this on my wall somewhere. And yeah, this will probably go, say probably somewhere in my bedroom, just because I think the vibe of my room fits with that a little bit better, unless I put it in my window. I have a window behind me that I would like to kind of not block, but I do need some privacy because there's like nothing on it. I think this would work nice kind of up in that space, and then it's high up so nothing will get broken. And I have museum putty that I could like put on the bottom of this and stick it down, so maybe that's what we'll do with that. But this is my little snack showcase. I think it's super duper cute. So something when you collect pins, you kind of inadvertently collect lanyards as well. So I want to show you some of the lanyards that I keep my pins on. This one has, I have a silk keychain with pheromone on it. But this one was my VIP pass from DragCon in 2017. I have this kind of plain gray one that I actually have to give back to my ex-husband because this is technically his, so I'm gonna put his pins on this and get those back to him ASAP so he has all his pins. I got this St. Patrick's Day one because we went in, I want to say when we went in 2015, it was like April, so we had just missed St. Patrick's Day, but they still had all the St. Patrick's Day stuff out. And then I have this Jack Skellington one. I think, if I remember correctly, I bought the Pin Trader starter pack of Nightmare Before Christmas, and this was the lanyard it came with. This one I picked out, I want to say the second or third, maybe third time we went. It's just this really cute Chippendale one with like acorns and stuff on it, and it's green, kind of St. Patrick's Day as well. And then this was so they give you like 2 lanyards for DragCon. So this was my actual VIP pass, and then I put all of the pins I got. So I got a Kimora Black pin, Trixie Mattel, Darien Lake. That's just the DragCon one that came with it. Alexis Michelle, Pheromone, Jean Mansfield, and that is Aja, I think, was that one. And then I've been to DragCon twice, so this was from 2018. They just gave us 1 lanyard. And I got, I want to say that's Miss Vanjie, Mo Hart, Trinity Taylor, Monet Exchange. That is Calorie Kardashian, Peppermint. This one was the one that came with it. It's the little Lady Liberty hand. And on the other side, I got another Vanjie pin. I got Trinity again, Monet's broom from her entrance, as well as her respirator mask, and then Miss Cracker's pin. So there's those. And then I have, my grandma bought a lot of pins at one point, and she gifted them to me. So I have this 4 Parks One World like medallion, and I have all my buttons on here. So I have Mickey and Minnie as like hipsters in the like 1920s. I have these 2 villain buttons. I got this Alice in Wonderland set. I have these DC Bombshells ones, and Rufus in front of Bueno Nacho. So there's that. And then this set is my villains one. It has the villains kind of up the middle with Chernobog, but it's reversible, so it turns over and it has them kind of in like this green. But on this one, I have my traders, so I am looking to trade my Wide World of Sports Baseball, my Splash Mountain one, because I have another one of these already, so I have like a duplicate. I only trade my duplicates, or ones that I get in like mystery packs that I don't want. So I have this Abu one that I got. I just got a double of that one. And I'm also going to trade out this Star Wars one because I'm a Star Wars girly. But a lot of people are. So I have, and plus I have two of these. One of them's going to my ex-husband with his Star Wars pins because I don't really need them. So here are some different buttons. These all came with my DragCon stuff. Alyssa Edwards handed those out, and then I got this one from the Seaside Breakfast with Donald. So currently the way I have these all separated is by like franchise or movie or something. So I think the best way to sort these now is to kind of group them together. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys what I have, and I make these little groups. So here is my two Mulan pins. I have Mulan with the sword, and this one is not from the Disney parks. This one is from Box Lunch. I've only recently started getting ones from like Box Lunch and stuff. I used to be kind of like a purist and would only get pins from like the Disney parks or places I visited or ones that I was gifted. But now I just buy ones I like. So I have Mulan, and I only have two Mulan pins. She's kind of hard to find. And then I have this one. This is from one of my first trips. It's maybe probably trip 1 through 3. I've been to Disney a lot. So this is from Mulan, obviously. So I'm gonna make like a princess section. These are mystery pins that I am still on the hunt for, that I often trade for. These are little Disney cameos. So there's Cinderella, I have Ariel, I have Aurora, and Snow White. And I think there's 8 in total. So then, sorry, I'm just adjusting things. I'm anal about this stuff. We have my Sleeping Beauty collection. So I have Aurora in her peasant outfit. I have her with Prince Philip. This came in a mystery box that I got when we went to Disneyland in January of 2018, I want to say. So this was like their pre-Valentine's Day launch. This one I know for a fact I got on my second trip. This is a birthstone one. I'm an October baby, so this is Aurora for October. This is also an Aurora pin in her princess dress. And then this is one I got in a pack, so it might be a scrapper because like see her eye, her back eye is kind of wonky, like it doesn't have the white in it, so it's probably one that was supposed to be destroyed, or like a counterfeit one. But again, I'm just displaying this in my house, so I don't really care that much. Next, I only have one Princess Jasmine pin, and this is one of the first pins I ever got, and it is just so pretty. I've never seen another pin like this, and I'm sure they had the princess, like a whole series of the princesses like this, and I just like completely missed out. But I did get Jasmine, especially because you don't see her in this outfit much. Then, I don't know, is Pocahontas a princess? I'm including her with my princesses. I got this really cool Pocahontas pin. So it's this really pretty yellowy background. I think it's pretty cool with her on it. And this falls under like Princess Pocahontas to me because this is obviously Percy and Miko in the bathtub. Like it fits, it's her sidekicks, you know? This is one I think I got in an Amazon pack as well. This is like a proof or like a concept one but it's Pocahontas and John Smith. Actually, you know what? I may have got this off a trading board. I think I got this off a trading board. And then I have Percy on the little pillow because I think that little menace of a dog is adorable. I have Merida in the same art style as that Percy, and then Merida just on her own. So I really like these princess ones that are like this. I think I will kind of put them all together because I have quite a few. Next, we'll do the Little Mermaid. I have Sebastian Seeing the Human World. It's a mess. I have Ariel's Castle. Again, another one that I think is pretty much a scrapper. This Ariel shoe from a mystery pack. Ariel getting pulled by the seahorses. And then this little piece you could get like a whole, like it's a part of a bigger picture that you have to collect from the mystery box and put together. And then I have her sitting on this rock with her silhouette, which I think is really, really pretty and really, really cool. So that's it for her. Now we'll talk Frozen. So some of the pins that I have, like technically these guys, yes, they are Little Mermaid, but they fit this set. And I'm trying to decide if I want to include them here or I want to include them here. Maybe comment down below and that'll help me make my decision. Because I have this Sven pin that my aunt and uncle got me from Disneyland Paris. It's so cute. And I have Anna and Elsa here, but that doesn't really fit. That goes with this section, and I have princesses in here too. So I'm trying to decide. I think what I'm gonna do, let's do this. We'll lump in this, because this is mostly princesses, with this. So they're all on the same board. That makes my heart happy. I have Anna as a nesting doll, as well as Elsa. I have Tiana, which I have more Tiana pins. I have Merryweather and Flora and Fauna. I was lucky enough to get all three of those in one pack. I also have Alice in Wonderland, who we'll include over here. And I have Ariel. So we'll just include that set within wherever I put these. And I'm going to do the same with this collection because these, I think, are the Disney, they're based off the Doorables, I think. So I have King Triton and Flounder. So we'll put those with Ariel. And then I have, these are from Pirates of the Caribbean, so we'll get to those later. And we'll get to the Pixar ones later. But I have Pua and Hey Hey, so they'll go over here because Moana I include in this. And then let's see. These are my Beauty and the Beast pins. So I have this whole set of these little Vinylmations, but they're all Beauty and the Beast. So there's Prince Adam, there's Belle, there's Gaston, there is Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts. Oh, I have the dresser. I have this Belle that is an absolute fake, and it's fine. And I have the Beast. And then I have this singular Belle Travel coffee cup pin that I got randomly. I have more princesses. Let's go here. So I have Snow White ones. So I have Grumpy. I have Snow White. These are the Evil Queen ears, and I'm trying to decide, do the villains go with the princesses or do they go on their own? I think they're gonna go on their own because I have a lot of villain stuff. So we'll move that. But I have Snow White on a sunflower, Grumpy as a pair of Mickey ears, and Snow White on this little gem. So I'm gonna start putting some of these pins away also. Here are the Squishmallows from my Squishmallow video. And some. I'm gonna start putting my princess pins in this bag because because I have so many, and I know which ones I want to put on these canvases that I have. Obviously this one's been well loved. I have 3, and I'm gonna paint them a different color and do some things with them. So when I do that, I know I want to put like Hercules on here. I want to put my villains ones on here, and my Nightmare Before Christmas ones, and my Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm sure there's one I'm forgetting. However, that being said, I have a lot of those pins. I don't know that I have 3 canvases worth, but I know I have so many princess pins. So this is, I don't know if this will come on. This is Tiana. And then I have Mama Odie from Tiana's Bayou. This one is from Box Lunch. It's Gus Gus with cheese. This is a shield from Cinderella. And then I have Rapunzel's parking sign. Flynn and Rapunzel. Just Rapunzel. I think it's supposed to like spring 2016. Rapunzel brushing her hair. And Pascal. I'm also including Alice from Alice in Wonderland in this. So I have the Cheshire Cat, the White Rabbit running out the door. This is another White Rabbit, and this is another one with like the Mad Hatter, the Alice sleeping with her book. Mad Hatter as a teapot. I'm going to take my Chip 'n Dale lanyard and put my Chip 'n Dale pins on them. So these are ones that are just Chip and Dale that are not patriotic, because I'm going to put my patriotic pins on my patriotic lanyard, even though I'm not like real rah 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 USA for obvious reasons. I want all those together because they're going to take up a lot of room and they don't really match the motif of all my other pins. It's Chip 'n Dale in a cornucopia. Let me cover myself. Hopefully you guys can see that. This is from Tokyo Disney. It says not for sale, so this was probably supposed to be a scrapper or something, but I think it's Dale as a genie animations, because these ones are pretty nondescript. Like I have a USA one, there's a Cheshire Cat, a skeleton, a skull. This little version, I think it's supposed to be like an early version of one of the 3 Caballeros. I think this is supposed to be like related to Epcot somehow. And then this one that's supposed to be Donald are on there. So adding on to this lanyard, I am going to go with these 2 Oswald bunnies. I'll have some of these just Mickey heads. So this is the Africa printed one from Animal Kingdom. So we'll put that on here. I kind of put just like my nondescript pins on my lanyards because they're not like my favorite ride or my favorite movie. This is a little American flag one. And like I want my favorite rides and movies to kind of have their own little moment. This is the Italian flag. Plus I just don't have room on my walls for all these canvases and shadow boxes. So, and then I have a little China one as well. So yeah, I mean, that's just what it comes down to. So, right, there's that. There's still some room on here. There's still quite a bit of room. So, I think I'm gonna just grab some like random one-offs. Like I have the little mushroom from Fantasia. That can go on here. The one that I'm gonna trade or put in with my trade is this shrimp. I have no idea what this is from. It came in a mystery pack. As well as these vultures and this fish. Don't know what those are from. I also have this butterfly, which again is just like hidden Mickeys. I'm gonna trade her. but I am going to keep this little Imagineer and this little piece of the monorail. So I haven't gone through pins and decided like if I wanted to keep some or get rid of them ever, because it was all just about like I have to get every single pin. I have to get every single pin. I have to get every single pin. Like, and now I just lost the back to that. These Donald and Goofy snowflakes, they will round out this thing nicely. So perfect. So that fills a lanyard. I don't hang these to display anywhere. Probably could, probably should. But I don't have anywhere to display them that my cats won't eat them. So for now, they're gonna go in a bag. Just to get them out of the way, I'll show you my traders. I'm not gonna count these in my like final count. But there's just a black and red Mickey, a Goofy eel design, a Mickey with an M, a Club Penguin little fluffy guy. I know I never played Club Penguin, sorry. It's just not, like I played the Build-A-Bear game online, but not Club Penguin. And then this like different colored Mickey head too. So we're gonna add those to the trader pile. I am putting 12 patriotic ones on the patriotic lantern. So we talked about the first two, but then we have Donald and Mickey in a car, Tinkerbell with the flag, Tinkerbell in front of the flag, Goofy, Mickey is Uncle Sam, Mickey with a star, Mickey's hat from Fantasia, but American flag, Pluto with the flag, Stitch on a American surfboard, and Donald on a t-shirt. And you may be like, Kaylin, why on God's green earth do you have so many America pins? It is because my grandmother loves like the Americana aesthetic and Disney, and she gave me all these pins when she decided that she didn't need them anymore, and I think she like redid her bathroom, and these had been like in a shadow box in there. So that being said, I inherited them because again I was like completionist. I want all these pins, and they don't, like, it's not that I don't want them, because I do, it's just they don't match my vibe. So I'm going to put these on here. So that completes that lanyard, and I did not have to take any buttons off. Yeehaw. We're nearing like hour 4 of me organizing all this, but I did do the brim of this hat because some of these are from like activities that I did as a kid and have like my old school and stuff on them, so I didn't want to show those real in depth. But there are 20 pins on the brim here, and I'm gonna add these 5 Build-A-Bear pins. A bit brighter. So these are all my Epcot pins. I put them in order of World Showcase. So I have 2 Mexico pins. I have Norway, Japan. These all kind of came in a pack together, and they have different characters from each country. And then I have 2 pins from the different worlds of Epcot. So I put those all on this lanyard, and I still have more than half. I have 6 of these little Ferris wheel cars. That one's Buzz Lightyear. There's Mickey and Minnie, Duffy the Bear, and Elsa. So I'm gonna put those on there. I think these will be the last 3 on this lanyard. I have Tinkerbell from Disneyland. I have a postage stamp that says Disneyland, and I have a little Disneyland ticket. I just know that these are specifically Disneyland pins. I don't remember which pins I've bought like between the parks, because I've been to Disneyland once. Usually we're in Disney World. And some of my family's gone to Disneyland Paris. I have not. been yet. But I really want to go, and I think I'm actually gonna have more room on this than I originally thought. So I think what I'll do is I have room for, depending on the size, like maybe I'm gonna put my Duffy the Bears on here. So I have a Duffy Polaroid, Duffy with Goofy hat, and Duffy with a Captain Hook hat. But I do have a goal of going to every single Disney resort. And I know they're like building more and doing all kinds of stuff. So it's obviously going to be like, it's a long-term goal. But I've been to 2, so I would like to go to the Aulani Resort in Hawaii, because I've never been to Hawaii ever. I'd like to go back to California, but I've never been to Paris. I've never been to France in general. King Louis, the dogs from Oliver and Company, Duchess and Thomas O'Malley, Simba, Bianca, and I can't think of the other guy's name, but I have them here too. Shere Khan, Oliver himself, Lady and the Tramp, which is a really cute one, and Bagheera. So I also added these 2 Pinocchio pins, just because I feel like this kind of became like a vintage movie. I mean, other than Simba, I mean, some people call him vintage, but I added those, and I'm going to add Perry the Platypus, the Where's My Water alligator, and Jake from Jake and the Neverland Pirates, just because I think they have similar aesthetics. And I'm also going to add Rhino from Bolt and Quasimodo, just because I don't have any other pins that match him. Okay, so I am going to add the hats. So I have Mickey ears, Steamboat Willie, Captain Hook, the Mad Hatter, and Jafar's hat. So I filled another lanyard. I did Chicken Little, my 2 Journey to Atlantis pins, Kingdom Hearts, Lizzie McGuire, Kim Possible, Rufus, and these Pin Quest pins that I've kind of found randomly. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pins there. So that is 16 added to our total, and there are still so many. All my baseball and softball pins. So I have like the Pelican from the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, a Yankees Hello Kitty, Derek Jeter's last opening day pin, a Disney Yankees one from Las Vegas Aviators, the Akron Racers softball team pin, Mickey Yankees pin, and this Athletes Unlimited 2021 pin. Okay, friends, so we're back. I got my whole book done last night, so I thought I would show you. I think last thing I showed in the book was these Beauty and the Beast pins, but I added my Minnie pins because is Minnie not a Disney princess? Like, come on. So I have Minnie as Tink. I have a Candy Minnie, this vintage Minnie with a box. This one is from Disneyland Paris, and it's so cute with the little tassel charms. This is what my dad got me because I'm a dancer, so he got me Minnie as a dancer. I got her bow, and then I have this whole little nerd set that came together as a starter pack, and then I added Pluto on here. I only have like these 2 Pluto pins. Then I kind of went in with, this was my last Minnie. I have Goofy. I have a Goofy in here. I think I have more Goofy somewhere else. But this was just like Mickey and Minnie. I love them on this little bike. These are like some vintage ones of them together. This one has everybody in it. I just kind of did like all the Mickeys, and they're like classic friends. So yeah, when you go to this page, there's some more Goofy. I got Goofy from the Extremely Goofy movie because that was one of my absolute favorite Disney movies ever. Goofy in a car, Daisy and Minnie with their little coffee listening to music, and then my whole like DuckTales section basically. Somebody's got turned, but all my Donald ones, there's another Daisy one under here, but there's all my Donald ones. They have a couple of his signature. This is Scrooge McDuck, Darkwing Duck, or Donald. And then this page is my holiday and anniversary pins. So special edition Miss Jessica Rabbit, 70th anniversary of Disneyland, 75th anniversary of Mickey, 100th anniversary of Disney as a company, the Chip and Dale, and Mickey St. Patrick's Day. I was there on October 1st, 2021 for all the 50th anniversary stuff for the park. And then I have the 80 years of Mickey as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you could only get this pin on this day in the park, so I was very excited to get it. The next one, I have my Pooh Bear pins. So I have Tigger, Eeyore, Pooh. This is one I just got. This one I've had for a while. Pooh as a little baby, Eeyore as a baby. They added my Muppet pins. They just came out with a bunch of Muppet pins that I did not get my hands on, so I have to do an online order. Piglet, and then I added all my Stitch pins. And then this last page is more Stitch. Just a whole bunch of Stitch. My 2 Figment pins, because they never make new Figment pins. This one has been out forever. You can still get it, and this is like the newest one they have, and I scooped it up. But these guys here, there's Gus Gus and Oliver and Pumbaa and Bolt, and oh my god, why can't I think of his name? Yeah, from Treasure Planet. All of these ones are a plush mystery pack set, so you'll see they have little stitches on them. Morph, oh my god, his name is Morph. With little stitches, so they're meant to look like little stuffed animals. And then I have my orange bird pins in here. So that finishes out my book. It's full to the brim. And with that, I actually was last night when I was still organizing, because there's still so many to organize and put away. I ordered another book, so it's a little bit different than this. It's a little bit longer, and the way you store them is a lot easier than these double-sided pouches. So I'm going to put a bunch in there as well, and it may even become like this will just be my doubles pack that I actually take to trade in the park, even though it's a little bit cumbersome to carry around. Okay, so I actually had to buy a second pin book. I had to pause this video and wait until this came from Amazon. So it's just this pin display book, and it comes with like little protector pages, and then these little felt pages that have little pre-made holes, which is very easy and nice. So I'm working on my Pixar stuff right now. So this page is my Toy Story stuff. These, I couldn't remember the name of when I did like my Little Mermaids ones. It's called Wishables. They're not the Doorables. This is one of my favorite pins because it's from Knick Knack. I love that short. But I did all the Toy Story stuff. And then these guys I think are from a short as well. Prep and Landing, one of my favorite Christmas movies. And then I did my Monsters Inc. pins and my one Bugs Life pin, which is Heimlich. So when you flip this, you can see the backing, but they give you these little pages. So you just kind of push down on reach in, it opens up, and then I can put the little protector paper in there and then close it again. So the next ones I'm putting in are my 2 Finding Nemo pins and my my 4 up pins. These are ones that you can do like Wilderness Explorer. They have like hidden Mickeys on them. And then I got the little grape soda pin, of course. Alright, so to this page, I also added my little Jessica Rabbit collection, which I wish I had more of. I love Jessica Rabbit, so I have this little salute one, which honestly, so cute. Her and Roger, she's in a different outfit here, but then we have them in their Valentine's Day pin. I have her on the St. Patrick's Day one too that I showed you guys. This one says I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way, and then this is her and Roger in the car. I got most of these in Disneyland because they still have the Roger Rabbit ride there. So yeah, there's some space on this page for some more Jessica pins for sure. I think I'm going to do rides that are not Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror, or Pirates of the Caribbean. So let me show you those. Okay, so first page of rides, I have my Small World pins. This is the 55th anniversary one, and then these are little scenes from it. This one I got in Disneyland, and I just felt it matched. Like, it's got the teacups on it, and it's a Small World over here. So I have the Matterhorn symbol, a Cali River Rapid Fast Pass, a moving Cali River Rapid pin. This moves up and down. Space Mountain, Tropical Cruise, an Old Splash Mountain pin, and then 2 from Everest. And then I do have to go to a page to fit Rock and Roller Coaster, which they're changing Muppets soon, and this old Test Track pin, which they recently just changed. Okay, so I added those 2 ride pins and all of my Marvel pins, which isn't many. I have Gamora and Nick Fury. I have this one with Captain America, Iron Man, and Captain Marvel. I have this Groot pin, and I have Storm from X-Men. By the way, I loved X-Men 97. I don't know about you, but I added my little mystery pack fanny packs, and then I have my starter pack, which has all these little guys. So there's Eric, Peter Pan, Hercules, Aladdin, Genie, Dopey, and Pinocchio. And honestly, if you go like this way and up, those are my like favorite Disney movies. So next page, speaking of Disney movies, is gonna be my like underrated Disney movie page. It's this one that moves because it has Turk on it, Baby Tarzan and Turk. And then I have this pin with I can't think of her name, but I know it's Todd and Copper from Fox and Hound. I have this cluster pin. These are my favorite kinds of pins. I have a bunch of these now. This is from the Emperor's New Groove. You guys will see I have a Nightmare Before Christmas one like this. I have a Peter Pan one like this. I feel like I showed you another one. Oh, I have a Hercules one like this. The Hercules one is my favorite. Oh, here's another one. 101 Dalmatians. Love that one. I have this Mary Poppins pin. And I have this Louisa pin with her holding up some rocks. So these are all movies I think don't get enough attention, or maybe characters that don't get enough attention. So yeah, and this will probably be all that goes in the book, because I think everything else is going to end up on canvas, because I have Nightmare Before Christmas, Pirates of the Caribbean, Tower of Terror, all my Halloween party pins, all my villains pins, all my Peter Pan pins, and I have my Hercules pins, and Haunted Mansion if I didn't say it. So yeah, this is going to be the last page in the book, which leaves me so much room because I have an eBay order coming with more pens. I know, crazy. So I decided for this page to also help me with when I'm putting together the canvases with all of these guys, to add if I just have like a one-off of certain pens. So I have this Cruella one, which is the only non-special edition Cruella pin I have, because I have a 1 out of 3,000 Cruella pin in a box somewhere. But I'm gonna add this next to the scene from Dalmatians just to free up a little bit of room and kind of keep the motif all together. And then I'm gonna add this Yzma pen. Focus, 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 focus. So this is the Yzma pen. I'm gonna add this to this section as well. And then I took my Quasimodo pin off the lanyard because I have a new Hunchback pin coming, and I want them to be together. The rest of the pins that are coming, one of the gods from that mystery set is coming. Calliope the Muse will be added. I have a little red, really cute pin coming for the Pirates section, and I think that's it. Yeah, I just got 4. So I'm gonna put this page together and then I'll show you the end result. Alright, so here is the finished page. I have room right here for the one that's gonna match Quasimodo. So I'm just gonna move on. This leaves me with 4 pages. 1, 2, 3. I think 3 pages. So that's a lot of room. So I decided to put some of my villains pins in here. Like these guys I'll probably get more of, so I left some room down here, but I put my villains as random objects, and then my sum-sums, this framed one, and these like full figure ones. The rest that I've decided to put on canvas, like this is a set, this is a set, this is a set, these all kind of match, and then Peter Pan, these all go together. All my Nightmare pins go together, my Tower of Terror match, you know, and then all my Haunted Mansion stuff. So those will all go on canvases, but I have to paint the canvases. My Pirates ones are going to go in the book as well. So I have Always Bet on Red, Friends, Swine, and Good Times, the wanted poster with the red head, them calling the little dog with the key, these 2 wishables of Jack and the skeleton, or the skeleton, this little parrot, and then this little compass. So that's all my pirate